Alright, everybody. So, I was like literally about to go to bed, and I'm like, let's do a Barbarossa Brawl run or two. And I do that most nights, just as let's do it. And I actually got a record here. At least, for me, it's definitely a record. This is obviously me recording it afterward, but I thought I'd share it with you guys. Because it did get at least one of the highest records I've seen on normal speed, so 1.7 speed. And that's a little over 78k I was able to get. I mean, I know people have gotten higher on slow speed. I mean, Stefan, I don't think anyone's broken Stefan's 1k record. But again, that's all on slow speed, so I was able to get 78k on normal speed, which I was really happy with. So, opening here, what I normally do, go and get the humans, send the knights over. Your big goal here is to be denying Bohemia. Usually try and debate with like one knight and then send the other two knights to kill the monk. That way you don't get a conversion. And then you fail to click on the villager, as I clearly did there. Go 4 TCs at home behind this. Also, starting to do a little bit of a wall off. I had one fishing ship per dock. I don't really know if that like makes a difference. I also do a little bit of walling over there. I definitely didn't like. There was a while where I was like trying to like wall up as much as I can, and then I was like, it's not really that big of a deal. Oh yeah, I also am able to pick up 2 relics. So not just 1, but 2 relics. And I believe I ended the scenario with like 150 pop or something. So I honestly could have kept going, pretty comfortably too, which I was really happy with this run. Thought you guys might want to see. So get Bodkin, Chainmail, and Iron Casting, i.e. upgrades for our defensive buildings, as well as our Teutonic Knights, which are going to be the main core of our army. And then just try and not have absolutely potato macro and get a good defense up and running, get a good economy. Now, you can convert as many trebuchets as you can. Now, I end up killing, I think, most, if not all of them, and I think all but one end up dying. It's all contingent on how Bavaria does their initial attack. Usually when I go for the conversions, they'll end up attacking you at Bohemia and then making you very sad, making sure that no villagers escape there. It's obviously important. Use the trebuchet to help tear down Bohemia even faster. Like, the faster you can take down Bohemia, the more you can just focus up on getting your defensive matrix set up at home. Anyway, I end up going for 3 docks in my current build for Barbarossa Brawl. 1 at the east, 1 at the south, and 1 at the north. So I'm getting the second one up right now, and we will be investing in quite a lot of fire ships, and eventually fast fire ships, because they're going to be really good at stalling. So all the villagers will now run away from the town center, be very, very annoying. But we were lucky in this run. I mean, you really can't have like a really nice run without getting lucky to some degree. And they were just very much willing to run right into my town center. They might have sniped a villager or 2. And I honestly didn't even think this run would be very good. But, yep, still doing just fine. Oh, yeah, that's right. I lost my monk. You'd think I would remember something that I did, like, what, 5 minutes ago? Well, like, I guess I finished, like, 5 minutes before I recorded. It's almost midnight for me. Like, I had my AoE3 campaign video lined up for tomorrow, but I'm gonna upload this instead and just do the AoE3 video the next day. Who knows? Maybe people are completely over Barbarossa Brawl at this point, but I'm still enjoying it. Anyway, Bohemia, I think, is defeated as soon as the monastery is destroyed. And yep. So, Tango down, but we still need to go get the relic. So I leave 1 Kipchak behind to prevent any other monks from picking it up, and then I'll just queue up a monk to go get it later. It's not really the end of the world. I don't know how I lost the monk. I think I might have lost it to the TC. Like, the Treb started attacking the TC, and then the TC just killed the monk right away. Would have been a little bit of a fail move. But yeah, honestly, my macro's not too great. I mean, I'm pretty tired at this point. I did cast for 8 hours today. But we're just getting our eco up and running. The second castle definitely put right there on that hill. Lorraine attacks you quite early and quite hard. Again, this is helping me out that they're just going for the TC. But the castle right there will defend against all sorts of mangonels and stuff. I usually try and make sure I have at least one Teutonic Knight there in case they bring rams. But that's usually not much of an issue. So we're almost 10 minutes into our adventure here, around a third of the way done. Around 75 villagers. Gonna be on 4TC pretty much the entire scenario. Getting all of the natural food resources because why not? Oh yeah, I panicked right here. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna like SO everything. So yeah, I just make sure that those SOs die. And yeah, I mean the castle ends up taking a decent amount of damage, but we can just go ahead and repair that later. Something I think that I do a pretty good job with. Oh yeah, also getting handcart, not too late a time. But I think something we do a pretty good job in this scenario is making sure we mine as much stone as possible. So I end up getting like 5 or 6 castles by the end, and still having enough stone to repair them. I also think I make better use than average herbal medicine. Anyway, I do a little bit of walling over here. I don't know how necessary that was, but I end up walling like a lot of the southwest side of my base just because minimizing the amount of areas in which they can attack you is good. Yeah, I'm able to get away with one trebuchet, which is definitely a big help when attacking Lorraine, which is going to be half our task. And also saving like a decent amount of the knights and kipchaks and stuff is also very helpful. But we're going to be relying on rams and trebs and Teutonic knights to take down buildings. But yeah, you see we've got 3 docks. We're just... Oh yeah, I almost send everyone back home prematurely. But here comes Burgundy. And I think my walling there actually does help in terms of just making them go the long way around through the mines of Moria. There's a couple villagers here kind of needlessly, but at least I'm making them run through the gauntlet, and the fire ships can even take down the trebuchets. Balance my eco a bit, click up to Imperial Age. Now, if you're looking to just pass Barbarossa Brawl, whether you're playing that on like standard difficulty or slow speed or whatever, don't bother with Imperial Age. You really don't need it, and it's probably easier to do without. However, if you are looking to actually like go out and like defeat Lorraine, or try and get like a really high score on the harder difficulties and whatnot, you do need Imperial Age. You can't get it right away, but you do have to try and find a time to squeeze it in. Anyway, I almost lose that castle like a complete noob because I don't realize that the trebuchet is there. Like I said, I didn't think this run would really amount to anything too good. So we're just still trying to get our eco up and running, almost at 100 villagers. Austria joining the fight is really never too big of an issue. Oh yeah, get the relic finally. Like usually your fire ships can just deal with most everything Austria sends at you right away. And their Imperial Age siege unit they get is siege rams, which just die to fire ships. Anyway, grabbing squires and arson, both of which are going to be very helpful. Continuing to set up our farming eco. Making sure that we have enough gold income, because gold can definitely be an issue later. I'm also kind of housed. Look at this guy's quick walling skills. They call me the quick walling pro. Not really. Anyway, we are now beginning our adventures onto Lorraine. Notice that Lorraine isn't actually an Imperial Age yet. Burgundy and Lorraine are the last ones to click up, so they're the ones who are going to be best positioned to attack. Personally, I think Lorraine's easier, but I think you can go for Burgundy too without too much issue. And I would go for Burgundy next had I more time. Anyway, a little bit of raiding coming in over here, kind of annoying. I've definitely gotten it to where I've had better villager counts at this point, but such as it is. Anyway, Imperial Age comes in. Most important upgrade is going to be Elite Teutonic Knight, because the difference between regular TKs and ETKs is massive. I mean, 10 melee armor versus 5, another 5 attack, another 20 HP. Pretty huge stat increase. Oh yeah, I also start mining stone to the left, and I think that ends up being really helpful later. Still making up villagers. Creating villagers. Trying to find whatever space I can to farm. Try to go over to that gold. I think it would have been a bit smarter for me to just... I don't know. Because the thing is, Saxony can attack you from the direction that you see on the screen right now, and through Lorraine. It depends, right? The AI is very inconsistent. So the gold that was like right there on your screen, to the north near Lorraine, you can go for that one if Saxony's like really attacking you from the right. And then you go for the one that's right there that I end up making the mining camp if they're attacking you from the left. And they will end up attacking us from the left in this particular instance. But Saxony does not come until the 20-minute mark. So when Bohemia is supposed to come, it's actually a little bit of a respite because you're not... Bohemia's already dead, so no one else is going to attack you. A couple siege workshops will just be making a bunch of cap crams for us. Also getting chemistry and crenellations, I think, at some point, once I can afford it. Obviously going to be two very useful defensive techs. Doing my best to make sure that I can queue up as many fast fire ships as possible. I have conscription as well. All that good stuff. Taking a little bit of a beating. I think I get hoardings as well. Hoardings is definitely good. And you can see that, if you can really start to hammer Lorraine before they get their Imperial Age machine up and running, they really don't stand a chance. And I'll just have like a bunch of Elite Teutonic Knights just mowing down their base for pretty much the rest of the scenario. Anyway, Saxony's joining the party, and this is of course going to be the most challenging part of the scenario by far. Saxony is definitely the strongest enemy. They just send the most siege units at you. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get hoardings, but I don't have the resources. But yeah, lots of cap rams. The rams really help against the hand cannons too, which are also going to be some of your bigger issue units, just because, well, they kill the Teutonic Knights quite effectively. But yeah, I realized that Saxony's coming from this way, so I queue up some more fire ships and try and get those to help out in terms of dealing with the trebuchets and stuff that is near the shoreline. Getting the relic now from Lorraine, because their monastery is pretty far forward. So that's nice. And I do get it back safely, so like I said earlier, 2 relics at the end is good stuff. Just making sure that we always have some Teutonic Knights on standby. The last thing you want is for a bunch of rams to be at your castles when you don't have any Teutonic Knights to kill them. Now, I think I could do a better job of keeping my fire ship count better. Like, I've had like 30 to 40 fast fire ships just patrolling back and forth. But yeah, but here comes Saxony. Gonna take out my trebuchet, very sad. But I still have plenty of rams alive. And I use my fire ships to help take down, I think, some of the trebs or siege or whatever. And I'm still gathering a lot of stone. And I'm able to make even one more castle, so that's what, like... yeah, I'm like, where can I put the castle? Where can I put the castle? Let's put it over here. So it's like, what, 5 or 6 castles? Full upgrades. I'm trying to, like, close the gap! Of course, it doesn't work. Still, our villager count's okay, it's still north of 110. Still have an okay amount of fast fire ships alive. Around 6 minutes left. I think definitely very important is the fact that a bunch of cap rams are alive. Now, it's really hard to defeat Lorraine, if for no other reason than that they have a big, old, like, spread base. They have like 100+ villagers, and they don't resign. You have to defeat them, so you have to kill every single unit and destroy every single production building. But still, our population is actually quite strong considering that we're around the 5-minute mark. I have had it where I'm at like max pop, but then I end up losing, so it's kind of hard to say. I think it's definitely helpful that my pop's a little bit lower than it could be, but Lorraine is also very dead right now, relative to what they could be. So, of course, Crenellations also lets your garrison Teutonic Knights fire extra arrows, so that's a nice little boost. I built some extra docks. I don't really think I'm able to make super good use of them. But my base is pretty much ringed in Crenellations castles. I'm like, look, I have 18 elite Teutonic Knights there. Lorraine doesn't stand a chance. I just need to not die at home. Which is definitely easier said than done. So Austria and Bavaria are both going to be attacking you from the east. Burgundy is going to be attacking you from the south, and Saxony is going to be attacking you from the north. So you are being attacked from 3 sides at this point. So, stone going to be still being mined, but I have enough to repair the castles, which are fully upgraded, and that's definitely a big help. So, Trebuchet is eventually getting sniped. Do you make a TK to deal with that ram? A little over 2 minutes left. We're still at around 170 pop. It really hasn't gone up or down much in the last few minutes. I feel like, again, I could be playing this better for sure. But I was just like, let's just do this round of this before I go to bed. Sniping hand cannons is always important. Not having any gold left. Probably could have moved some villagers over to the gold next to Lorraine, just because, you know, they're kind of dead. And then you want to re-garrison the Teutonic Knights whenever possible. So they can heal up with your free herbal medicine. It's actually very nice in this instance. Sniping all the big siege weapons. Trying to hold on as best I can. Things are definitely getting pretty hairy at this point. I'm not sure if I could go, like, if the scenario let me go longer, if I could, like, go out and eventually defeat everybody. I might be able to, because I can mine all the golden stone and stuff that's at Lorraine's base, but I wouldn't say that's a guarantee by any stretch of the imagination. But I don't think I end up actually losing any of my castles. Yeah. So this is the point where I win, this is where they ally with you, and you are all good in the hood. Oh, Dash is leaving me. Probably too loud. But here we are, guys. 78,184 puntos. Hard difficulty, 1.7 speed. I don't think it's a world record. At least I'm pretty sure it's not, but it's probably up there. 814 kills, 231 deaths, 67 buildings razed, all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.